Question 1. A Scrum team has just completed their sprint, but a key stakeholder is unhappy with the delivered increment, stating it doesn't meet their current understanding of the need. Which Scrum event is the primary opportunity for the team to inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog with stakeholders? A. Daily Scrum. B. Sprint retrospective. C. Sprint planning. D. Sprint review. Answer: D. Sprint review. The sprint review is a crucial Scrum event where the Scrum team and stakeholders collaborate on what was done in the sprint. During this event, the team demonstrates the increment, and stakeholders provide feedback, ask questions, and suggest adjustments, leading to a revised product backlog for future sprints. This ensures the product evolves based on actual user and business needs, directly addressing stakeholder concerns about the increment. It's the dedicated moment for inspection and adaptation of the product with external input. Always remember that the sprint review is your chance to show off your work and gather vital feedback directly from those who matter most. Question 2. A project team is working in an agile environment and is struggling with delivering value frequently due to numerous external dependencies. Which of the following agile principles should the project manager prioritize to help the team improve? A. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. B. Build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. C. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. D. Welcome changing requirements, even late in development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Answer: C. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The core of Agile project management, especially when facing challenges with frequent value delivery, is encapsulated in the principle emphasizing early and continuous delivery of valuable increments to satisfy the customer. While other principles are also important, this specific principle directly addresses the problem of delivering value and helps the team refocus on the primary goal of providing working software or products regularly. Focusing on this principle encourages the team to break down work, manage dependencies, and release smaller, shippable increments more often. Remember, in Agile, the ultimate measure of progress is working software, not just comprehensive documentation. Question 3. During an Agile project, a team discovers that a key technical component they plan to use is no longer viable due to new security regulations. What is the most appropriate Agile approach for the team to address this significant change? A. Halt current work, request a change request from the Change Control Board, and await approval. B. The product owner should reprioritize the product backlog items to reflect the new technical reality. C. Continue with the current sprint as planned, and address the issue in the next release planning session. D. Hold an immediate meeting with the sponsor to inform them and seek a directive on the next steps. Answer: B. The product owner should reprioritize the product backlog items to reflect the new technical reality. In an Agile environment, the product owner is responsible for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the development team, which includes managing the product backlog. When a significant technical change arises, such as a component becoming non-viable, it directly impacts the feasibility and order of future work. The product owner, in collaboration with the development team and stakeholders, should adapt the product backlog by reprioritizing existing items or adding new ones to account for the necessary changes. This reflects Agile's embrace of change and iterative planning, allowing the team to adjust quickly without external formal approval delays. Always empower your product owner to adapt the roadmap based on new information. Question 4. A new team member joins an Agile project and is unfamiliar with the team's working agreements and processes. Which of the following Scrum artifacts or events would be most beneficial for them to review to quickly understand how the team operates? A. Product backlog. B. Sprint retrospective minutes. C. Definition of done. D. Daily Scrum. Answer, C. Definition of done. The definition of done, DoD, is a formal description of the state of the increment when it meets the quality measures required for the product. For a new team member, reviewing the DoD provides immediate clarity on what done means for the team, encompassing quality standards, technical practices, and often implied working agreements around testing, documentation, or integration. While other options provide some insight, the DoD comprehensively outlines the team's commitment to quality and the criteria an increment must meet to be considered shippable. Think of the definition of done as the team's quality checklist and a clear indicator of their professional standards. Question 5. A project manager is transitioning a team from a traditional waterfall approach to an agile one. Team members are accustomed to detailed upfront planning and struggle with the iterative nature of agile. Which of the following would be the most effective first step for the project manager to facilitate this transition? A. Mandate that all team members complete a certified Agile training course. B. Introduce daily stand-up meetings to improve communication without changing other processes initially. C. Coach the team on the Agile Manifesto values and principles, emphasizing collaboration and responsiveness to change. D. Implement a strict time-boxed sprint structure immediately. Answer, C. Coach the team on the Agile Manifesto values and principles, emphasizing collaboration and responsiveness to change. For a successful transition to Agile, the foundational understanding of the Agile Manifesto's values and principles is crucial. Without internalizing these core tenets, merely implementing Agile practices like daily stand-ups or time boxes can feel prescriptive and counterintuitive to a traditionally minded team. Coaching on values like individuals and interactions over processes and tools, and responding to change over following a plan helps shift the team's mindset, enabling them to embrace the new way of working more naturally. Remember, Agile is primarily a mindset, and practices follow from that understanding. Question 6. The development team is consistently failing to meet its sprint goal. The product owner is concerned about predictability, and stakeholders are losing confidence. What is the most appropriate action for the Scrum Master to take? A. Extend the sprint duration to allow the team more time to complete the work. B. Facilitate a discussion during the sprint retrospective about the impediments and commitment issues. C. Coach the product owner to provide more detailed requirements up front. D. Reassign tasks from underperforming team members to those with higher velocity. Answer, B. Facilitate a discussion during the sprint retrospective about the impediments and commitment issues. The sprint retrospective is the dedicated Scrum event for the team to inspect itself and create a plan for improvements to be enacted during the next sprint. If the team consistently fails to meet its sprint goal, it indicates systemic issues, impediments, or a need to refine their planning or estimation process. The Scrum Master's role is to facilitate this discussion, helping the team identify the root causes of their struggles and commit to actionable improvements for future sprints. The retrospective is the heart of continuous improvement in Scrum. Encourage open and honest conversations in retrospectives, they are the best way to uncover improvement opportunities. Question 7. A product owner is struggling to prioritize product backlog items, as multiple stakeholders have conflicting views on what is most valuable. Which technique could the product owner use to facilitate this prioritization? A. Develop a detailed work breakdown structure, WBS, for all items. B. Conduct a bottom-up estimation for all product backlog items. C. Utilize Moscow method or a cost of delay analysis. D. Request the Scrum Master to make the final prioritization decision. Answer, C. Utilize Moscow method or a cost of delay analysis. Effective product backlog prioritization, especially with conflicting stakeholder views, requires a systematic approach to determine value. Techniques like the Moscow method, must have, should have, could have, want have, provide a framework for categorizing requirements based on urgency and importance, while cost of delay analysis quantifies the economic impact of not delivering certain features sooner. These methods help align stakeholders by focusing discussions on tangible value and potential losses, rather than just personal preferences. The product owner is responsible for maximizing value, and these techniques directly support that goal. Always remember that prioritization isn't just about what's important, but what delivers the most value earliest. Question 8. In an Agile project, the team needs to forecast how much work they can reasonably complete in future sprints. Which of the following metrics is most commonly used for this purpose? A. Earned value. B. Velocity. C. Cycle time. D. Critical path. Answer: B. Velocity. Velocity is a key Agile metric representing the amount of work a development team can complete and deliver during a sprint, typically measured in story points or ideal days. By tracking the team's historical velocity over several sprints, they can forecast how much work they can realistically pull into upcoming sprints, aiding in release planning and managing stakeholder expectations. While other metrics are valuable in different contexts, velocity specifically helps with future capacity planning in an iterative Agile environment. Velocity provides a reliable baseline for planning, but remember it reflects a team's capacity, not their productivity compared to other teams. Question 9. A self-organizing Agile team has identified a new risk related to a third-party integration. What is the most appropriate way for the team to manage this risk in an Agile context? A. Document the risk in a comprehensive risk register and assign a risk owner. B. Elevate the risk to the project manager or sponsor for a decision. C. Add risk mitigation and response activities as items to the product backlog and prioritize them. D. Continue development and address the risk only if it materializes. Answer: C. Add risk mitigation and response activities as items to the product backlog and prioritize them. In an Agile environment, risks are managed as part of the overall product development lifecycle. When a new risk is identified, the most effective approach is to translate potential mitigation or response actions into actionable items, e.g., spikes, research tasks, specific development tasks, and add them directly to the product backlog. This allows the product owner, in collaboration with the team, to prioritize these risk-related items based on their potential impact and likelihood, ensuring they are addressed as part of the regular sprint work if deemed high priority. This approach ensures risks are visible, transparent, and actively managed within the team's existing workflow. In Agile, risks are just another type of work that needs to be done. Question 10. A Scrum Master observes that the development team members are consistently waiting for each other to complete tasks, leading to bottlenecks. Which Agile principle or concept should the Scrum Master coach the team on to improve flow? A. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. B. Technical excellence and good design enhance agility. C. Cross-functional team composition and T-shaped skills. D. Regular adaptation to changing circumstances. Answer: C. Cross-functional team composition and T-shaped skills. Bottlenecks caused by team members waiting on each other often stem from a lack of overlapping skills or individuals being specialized in only one area. Cross-functional teams, composed of individuals with diverse skills, and the concept of T-shaped skills, deep expertise in one area, broad knowledge in others, enable team members to swarm on tasks, pick up different types of work, and reduce dependencies on specific individuals. The Scrum Master should coach the team to develop broader skills, fostering collective code ownership and improving flow. Encourage your team to learn new skills from each other, it makes them more resilient and adaptable. Question 11. During a sprint, a development team member reports to the Scrum Master that they are blocked because a critical dependency from another team has not been delivered. What is the Scrum Master's most appropriate action? A. Escalate the issue to the project manager for resolution. B. Coach the team member to independently resolve the dependency. C. Facilitate communication between the team member and the external team to resolve the dependency. D. Reassign the blocked team member to a different task within the sprint. Answer: C. Facilitate communication between the team member and the external team to resolve the dependency. The Scrum Master's role includes removing impediments that hinder the development team's progress. When a team member is blocked by an external dependency, the Scrum Master should actively facilitate communication and collaboration with the external team. This might involve setting up meetings, clarifying requirements, or helping to negotiate priorities, all to help resolve the impediment without taking over the issue entirely. Their focus is on enabling the team to be self-organizing and removing obstacles that are beyond the team's direct control. Remember, the Scrum Master is a servant leader, serving the team by clearing their path to success. Question 12. A project team is implementing a new feature using an iterative approach. After a few iterations, they realize the initial user interface design is not intuitive. What Agile value best supports addressing this issue promptly? A. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. B. Working software over comprehensive documentation. C. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. D. Responding to change over following a plan. Answer: D. Responding to change over following a plan. The core Agile value of responding to change over following a plan directly addresses situations where initial assumptions or designs prove to be suboptimal. Agile emphasizes adaptability and encourages teams to embrace changes based on feedback and new insights, even if it means deviating from the original plan. Realizing a design isn't intuitive after a few iterations is a form of feedback, and an Agile team would prioritize adapting to this new information to deliver a better product. Agile embraces change as an opportunity, not a burden. Question 13. Which of the following best describes the primary purpose of a release plan in an Agile project? A. To provide a fixed, long-term schedule for all project deliverables. B. To define the scope, budget, and timeline for the entire project upfront. C. To forecast a likely set of features to be delivered by a certain date, allowing for flexibility. D. To formally approve the project charter and secure initial funding. Answer: C. To forecast a likely set of features to be delivered by a certain date, allowing for flexibility. In Agile, a release plan is a high-level forecast that outlines which product backlog items are likely to be included in a release, along with an estimated timeframe. Unlike traditional fixed plans, an Agile release plan acknowledges uncertainty and is inherently flexible, subject to adjustments based on new information, changing priorities, and team velocity. Its purpose is to provide stakeholders with a realistic expectation of what will be delivered and when, while allowing for adaptation as the project progresses. Agile release plans are living documents, not etched-in-stone commitments. Question 14. A product owner is preparing for the next sprint planning meeting. What is the most important input for the product owner to bring to this meeting? A. A detailed Gantt chart showing all dependencies. B. A fully refined and prioritized product backlog. C. The latest project budget report. D. The team's historical velocity chart. Answer: B. A fully refined and prioritized product backlog. The product backlog is the single, authoritative source of work to be done on the product, and for sprint planning, it must be refined and prioritized. A well-groomed product backlog ensures that the development team has a clear understanding of the most valuable items to select and work on during the upcoming sprint, aligning their efforts with the product owner's vision. Without a clear and prioritized backlog, the team cannot effectively plan their sprint. The product backlog is the product owner's ultimate tool for guiding the team's work. Question 15. The concept of inspect and adapt is central to Agile methodologies. Which Scrum event is specifically designed to maximize the opportunity for the Scrum team to inspect itself and create a plan for improvements to be enacted during the next sprint? A. Sprint review. B. Daily Scrum. C. Sprint retrospective. D. Sprint planning. Answer: C. Sprint retrospective. The sprint retrospective is the dedicated event for the Scrum team to inspect their process, tools, and interactions, and identify improvements. It's a formal opportunity to reflect on how we are doing and plan for how to improve how we work for the upcoming sprint. While other events involve inspection, like the daily Scrum on progress or sprint review on the increment, the retrospective is uniquely focused on process improvement for the team itself. Continuously improving how the team works is vital for long-term Agile success. Question 16. During a daily Scrum, a team member mentions they are struggling with a complex technical challenge that is impeding their progress. What is the most appropriate action for the team members to take next, immediately after the daily Scrum? A. The Scrum Master should immediately assign another team member to help. B. The team members involved in the issue should collaborate offline to discuss and resolve the challenge. C. The product owner should reprioritize the product backlog to de-emphasize this task. D. The team member should continue working on the issue independently until solved. Answer: B. The team members involved in the issue should collaborate offline to discuss and resolve the challenge. The daily Scrum is for inspection and adaptation of the sprint goal, not for in-depth problem solving. When an impediment or complex challenge is identified, the team members involved should agree to discuss it immediately after the daily Scrum. This allows the rest of the team to continue their work without delay, while those affected can collaborate to find a solution. This approach exemplifies self-organization and efficient use of time within the sprint. The daily Scrum is a coordination meeting, not a problem-solving session. Question 17. A product owner is repeatedly adding new high-priority items to the product backlog mid-sprint, disrupting the development team's focus and ability to meet the sprint goal. What is the best way for the Scrum Master to address this situation? A. Advise the product owner that changes within a sprint are not allowed. B. Coach the product owner on the importance of stable sprint goals and protecting the development team. C. Ask the development team to work overtime to accommodate the new items. D. Record the changes and present them in the sprint review. Answer: B. Coach the product owner on the importance of stable sprint goals and protecting the development team. The Scrum Master serves the product owner in various ways, including helping them understand empirical product planning. Continuously adding items mid-sprint undermines the sprint goal, impacts the team's predictability, and can lead to burnout. The Scrum Master should coach the product owner on the concept of sprint stability, explaining that once a sprint goal is committed, the team should be protected from external interference to achieve it. Any new high-priority items should typically wait for the next sprint planning. Protecting the sprint from external changes is crucial for team focus and predictable delivery. Question 18. In Kanban, what is the primary purpose of limiting work in progress, WIP? A. To ensure all tasks are fully documented before starting. B. To prevent team members from being idle. C. To improve flow, reduce lead time, and identify bottlenecks. D. To allocate resources evenly across all project phases. Answer: C. To improve flow, reduce lead time, and identify bottlenecks. Limiting work in progress, WIP, is a core practice in Kanban. By restricting the number of items being worked on simultaneously, teams are forced to focus on completing existing work before starting new tasks. This significantly improves the flow of value through the system, reduces the time it takes for an item to move from start to finish, lead time, and highlights bottlenecks where work is accumulating, allowing the team to address them. The goal is to finish work, not just to start it. Limiting WIP is a powerful way to reveal and resolve systemic issues that impede progress. Question 19. A key characteristic of an Agile team is its ability to self-organize. What does self-organizing primarily imply for a development team in Scrum? A. The team members choose what work to do and how to best accomplish it without external direction. B. The team decides its own salary, benefits, and working hours. C. the team is responsible for prioritizing the product backlog. D. The team selects new members for itself without management input. Answer: A. The team members choose what work to do and how to best accomplish it without external direction. In Scrum, a self-organizing development team means that the team members themselves decide the best way to accomplish the work they have committed to for a sprint goal. They determine who does what task, how to approach technical challenges, and how to collaborate effectively. While the product owner defines what is to be built, the development team decides how to build it and who on the team will do what work. This autonomy fosters creativity, ownership, and efficiency. Trusting the team to figure out the how unleashes their full potential. Question 20. Which of the following is a key benefit of using a lean approach in project management? A. Maximizing resource utilization through detailed task assignments. B. Eliminating waste to optimize value delivery. C. Establishing rigid control gates for quality assurance. D. Focusing on comprehensive documentation for compliance. Answer: B. Eliminating waste to optimize value delivery. Lean principles are fundamentally about maximizing customer value while minimizing waste. In project management, applying lean means continuously identifying and eliminating non-value-adding activities, processes, or outputs, waste, such as unnecessary handoffs, excessive documentation, waiting, or defects. The goal is to streamline the flow of value, making the project more efficient and effective. Lean thinking helps you do more with less by focusing on what truly adds value. Question 21. A servant leader in an agile context primarily focuses on which of the following? A. Directing team members on what tasks to perform and how to perform them. B. Maximizing individual productivity through performance reviews and incentives. C. Supporting the team by removing impediments and fostering self-organization. D. Ensuring strict adherence to all documented processes and procedures. Answer: C. Supporting the team by removing impediments and fostering self-organization. A servant leader's primary focus in an agile context is to serve the team, rather than being served by the team. This involves creating an environment where the team can thrive, grow, and deliver value effectively. Key actions include removing obstacles, impediments, coaching the team on agile principles and practices, protecting them from external distractions, and empowering them to self-organize and make decisions. This leadership style fosters autonomy and high performance. Remember, a servant leader clears the path, allowing the team to sprint ahead. Question 22. A development team has completed its sprint, but 2 product backlog items were not finished. What is the most appropriate action for these incomplete items? A. Move them to the next sprint with a higher priority. B. They are considered waste and should be discarded. C. They remain on the product backlog and are re-evaluated by the product owner for future sprints. D. The team should work overtime to finish them before the sprint review. Answer: C. They remain on the product backlog and are re-evaluated by the product owner for future sprints. In Scrum, work that is not done by the end of the sprint cannot be included in the increment. These incomplete product backlog items are returned to the product backlog. The product owner then re-evaluates them, in collaboration with the team, to determine their future priority, considering new information and overall product goals. They are not automatically moved to the next sprint, nor are they discarded. Their value and priority are simply reassessed against the entire backlog. Unfinished work goes back to the drawing board for reprioritization. Question 23. The Agile Manifesto states, "We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it." Which of the following best describes the implication of this statement for Agile teams? A. Agile teams should always use the latest software development tools. B. Agile teams are encouraged to continuously learn, experiment, and adapt their processes. C. Agile teams must rigorously document all their discoveries for future reference. D. Agile teams should only work on projects that involve software development. Answer: B. Agile teams are encouraged to continuously learn, experiment, and adapt their processes. The phrase, uncovering better ways, by doing it and helping others do it, embodies the Agile principle of continuous improvement and empiricism. It implies that Agile is not a fixed methodology but a journey of discovery and adaptation. Teams are expected to experiment with practices, reflect on their effectiveness, and continuously refine their processes to become more efficient and effective over time. This iterative learning is central to the Agile mindset. Agile is about continuous learning and evolution, not a static set of rules. Question 24. Which of the following best describes the primary goal of continuous integration in an Agile project? A. To integrate all project documentation into a single repository. B. To merge code changes frequently into a central repository and verify them through automated builds and tests. C. To integrate external stakeholders' feedback at every stage of development. D. To continuously integrate new team members into the project. Answer: B. To merge code changes frequently into a central repository and verify them through automated builds and tests. Continuous integration, CI, is a development practice where developers frequently merge their code changes into a central repository. Each merge is then verified by an automated build and automated tests, quickly identifying integration errors. The primary goal is to find and fix integration issues early and rapidly, ensuring the codebase remains stable and shippable at all times. This reduces technical debt and facilitates frequent releases. Integrating code frequently and automatically testing it prevents painful, large-scale integration problems later on. Question 25. An Agile team is performing well, but the product owner is consistently struggling to explain the overall product vision and how individual features contribute to it. Which of the following actions would be most beneficial to help the product owner? A. Send the product owner to a course on advanced technical writing. B. Encourage the product owner to create a product roadmap and share it with stakeholders and the team. C. Advise the product owner to delegate vision communication to the Scrum Master. D. Suggest that the development team takes over the product backlog prioritization. Answer: B. Encourage the product owner to create a product roadmap and share it with stakeholders and the team. A product roadmap is a high-level visual summary that maps out the product's vision, direction, and evolution over time. It helps articulate the why behind the product and provides context for the product backlog items. By creating and sharing a product roadmap, the product owner can effectively communicate the product vision and how individual features contribute to achieving that vision to both the development team and stakeholders, fostering alignment and understanding. A clear product roadmap acts as a compass, guiding everyone towards the shared destination.